Hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds for you. I don't know how long it's been, but for me it's been about 5 seconds since I hit stop recording on the last episode. Hi, are you okay?
Are you upside down?
No, we would be sideways. This guy's stupid. What's in here? What's in here? Oil the fish, repeat. When they hired me on as groundskeeper, I'd assumed there'd be grounds to keep. Everyone told me the Ambrose family keeps to themselves, but they're a bunch of hermits, safe for the little one. Mr. Harvey dropped his keycard in the pond. I'll hold on to it in case he ever comes looking, but I won't go near the house. Wouldn't want to get between Miss Olivia and her research. Her research being murder. Dot dot dot. No, that's the other DLC. My bad. I'm going to actually put like all of my junk in the chest. In the chest up here.
You might want to consider changing your clothes more often.
No, it's not in disrepair. Ada's just being a jerk. Actually, let's see. We will mainly be taking Felix, and Parvati. So let's get Felix a better grenade launcher. And for the melee weapon, the prismatic hammer. And Parvati, you've got, I mean, that's already a pretty good weapon. That pistol's... Do we seriously not have a better pistol? I could have sworn we'd have a better pistol. I guess not. And also, Felix, how's your armor? 17. Why can you not sort armor by 53? 17. 49. We'll do that for now. I think 49 is the highest we get. Yep. And we put the rest of it away. And these. Okay, there we go.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters, so you're free to disrobe whenever you'd like.
Okay. Doesn't seem like that unit can help itself.
I bet it's haunted.
Big empty window like that? It's gotta be haunted. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
And there's the oxygen generator. I mean, there you go. There you go, yeah. It's nothing, like absolutely nothing. I think it's so cool. Oh, man. And I think the fact that there aren't any, like, loading zones.
Like it's been waiting for someone to make a home out of it.
Or, well, there's just the one loading zone.
Oh, Captain, something here don't feel right.
Nothing's considered stealing. I like it. Oh! Maybe I can pickpocket that off of her. Dearest mother and father, I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps, but that's the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. I am curious, how much storage space is Paralon Gorgon? See, we can check. Managed by 4 DLC. Paralon Gorgon is... Excuse me? Minimum requirements. 40 gigabytes of space? Well, that's, I think, for the base game. But if it's 40 gigabytes for the base game, and my install is 55 gigabytes, with both the DLCs, probably about 7.5 gigabytes. It's... It's kind of crazy how like a game with this much stuff is only 55 gigs. This much stuff in detail.
Apparently not. Join me for a drink, Miss whoever you are.
Okay, I was expecting her to have the thing. But I guess not. Hi.
So who the devil are you?
Wretched Ruth, captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon.
To Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Anderson.
The Sims 3
Call me
animation.
Minnie.
Nice to meet you too. Wow.
Now, what brings you to my house, gorgeous? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
I'm here about a severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop?
Does the name Lucky Montoya mean anything to you?
Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
I could do that. The staring into space part, I mean. I'm still working on the bullet twirling thing.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Sorry about your loss.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
And you need someone to finish whatever he started.
Excellent deduction. I can tell I found the right woman for the job.
I found
How
you.
would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to
Why is she talking like
Used
this?
to people offering us a job at first glance. Usually they just squint at us all suspicious-like. Or reach for a pistol.
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home? Must be some kind of Byzantine tradition I ain't heard.
I'm looking for someone
Okay.
around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
My daughter says you're good with your hand. My daughter says you're a man who's good with his hands, Ratchet. Mr. President, I swear, I never... Gorgeous?
I like my employees well-groomed. Appearances are everything in high society.
I made a very ugly character. Are you looking for a hired gun or a runway model?
I'm looking for both. Remember, I'm rich enough that I can afford to be choosy. And I choose you, dear Captain. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
Go on.
One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day.
It must have been real hard on you, losing your mother all of a sudden like that. I'm sorry to hear it, ma'am.
Based on that journal, it doesn't seem like she had a good relationship with her mother.
Resilient to the unexpected, but this was especially hard on me.
Oh, yeah.
Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
What did they say about her?
Everything you can imagine and more. Dereliction of duty, circulating anti-corporate memos, taking longer than average coffee breaks. The list goes on. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall.
What did you send Lucky to find?
The truth. Mother is gone, Gorgon is silent, and I deserve answers.
Answers to what end?
That will depend on what we learn. The scope of this cover-up is enormous. Whatever Spacer's Choice is hiding could bring ruin down on their heads. Or it could just be another dead end. We won't know until we look, won't we?
I'm on the case.
All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
If Spacer's Choice is hiding something, I'll get to the bottom of
You're
it.
the first person to ever side with me against the corporation. It's a refreshing change. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
I'll be careful.
There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad. the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
The Sprat Shack? Hope they don't serve real
Yeah. Quip. Quip. Yeah.
We understand each other?
Tone-breaking quip.
Money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
Music to my ears.
Finally. Now, where did I put that nav key? Could have sworn I had it a moment ago.
You mean this nav key?
A word of advice before you go, Captain.
I like that was reflected in dialogue.
Office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Now I'm thinking,
Heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like something out of a detective serial.
Hey boss, what's our policy on getting to know our clients a little better? You think she'd appreciate some company?
leave me out of this.
No offense, but Miss Ambrose? Must get awful lonesome up here.
Yeah,
Last thing I
okay.
need in my life is more corporate propaganda masquerading as entertainment.
He's trying to flirt with you.
He is. Oh dear. It's been a while and I'm out of practice. You seem very nice. And alas, it isn't.
Hey, no problem.
That took a lot.
Hey, thanks. I probably...
Okay, I very much am now wondering what happens if you do the entire quest line. You pickpocket her, do the entire quest line, and then talk to her. Inheritance money. Where did I get the kitchen key card? Right. I remember now. Whoa. What?
I had a nightmare about this sort of thing once. Crawling around on my hands and knees inside a mansion, I mean.
Oh my law. This is just like that episode of Virginia Yang, Girl Detective, where the old fella dies and his nurse inherits his house. What if we find a body?
We might! No. Okay, no. There's two skulls. Is that close enough? Ooh. This morning I gave birth to a healthy child. Perhaps that's a strange distinction to call her healthy. But after all I've endured to finally meet her, it matters. That she exists at all against the odds matters. We'll call her Wilhelmine, after my late brother, Wilhelm. I hope the law is kinder to her than it was to him. I hope for many things, truthfully. That she will be smart and shrewd, that she be strong, relentless, undeniable. I hope for her to have a steel spine, that she does not bend when Halcyon would break her, that she should be stronger than I. I must find Minnie a wet nurse. She demands to be fed throughout the day and night, and I simply cannot get a single thing done. The nurse will be needed to be exceptional, smart, educated, of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers that is the Byzantium elite. When there is matter of a governmentness, I can't watch the child constantly, not if I'm to do my work. How soon must I begin looking? Naturally, she'll have to be exceptional as well. And exceptional Byzantines don't exactly grow on trees. I'll persuade Harvey to investigate this for me. The man has little else to do. I don't understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. I certainly don't. Yet here I am, indulging myself. Minnie's influence, no doubt. Her behavior concerns me. She's clingy, emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This must be the fault of Marie, her governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn this behavior from me. I'll have to fire the woman. It's clear she's not capable of instilling Minnie in a correct understanding of how to behave. Harvey despairs of ever finding a governess who meets my preposterous standards. He went in circles on the issue for hours, but he came around to my thinking eventually. Why shouldn't I want what's best for my daughter? Maybe I'll fire him too. I'm at my wit's end with Minnie. At 13, she should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics, but she can barely handle long division. She struggles to remember the simplest equations and formulas, no matter how many times her governess raps her knuckles. By the time I was her age, I'd already made dynamite in my grandfather's laboratory. The only thing Minnie's making explode is my head. Her father asked why we don't just send her to boarding school, but I abhor the thought of her being surrounded by those coddled idiots. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in romance serials and painting. She may have a strong grasp of color theory, and she shows some promise with watercolors. But surely that's the result of her education in spectroscopy, not any innate skill. What value has art anyway? She gave me a truly dreadful painting of Francis this morning, and I haven't a clue what to do with it. Perhaps I'll stuff it in my desk. We'll have a good laugh over it when she's grown and finally come to her senses. 11 years later. Lucien appeared at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me to finally wring my neck about our latest tiff. But no, it was much worse than that. He'd come to speak to Minnie. No need to guess why. She's taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years, since neither father nor I have the time, or frankly, inclination. Under her watch, the staff's productivity has increased 35%, while reducing our costs an astonishing 67%. We've saved tens of thousands of bits. Harvey tipped Lucien off, I expect. Now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie's vociferous protestations. She cried after he'd left. I only wished that I could tell her why. Okay. Wow. Something fishy's going on. Oh. The little thing said for adventure is level 25 and up, so I think this... All the enemies will be leveled to around level 25, right? Maybe the later ones leveled to, like, 28. This place is creepy. I love it. What's that white flag? Hold on. Oh, next attack is guaranteed to be a crit. Okay.
Structural damage. Saving for structural damage.
Okay. Let us visit Gorgon.
Stay safe out there.
Look at those stars. Don't it make you feel small in the best way?
And welcome to Gorgon. Can we zoom out? See, my scroll wheel's broken. I was talking about this earlier. Pretty big place. Just shut it up, you know. Ambidextrine. Is that a play on ambidextrous? It sounds like it because of the name. Probably is. It's probably nasal stimulant. Okay, never mind. I was going to be like, it probably like steadies large guns, but no. What could be up that way? There's gotta be something up here. Nope, never mind. It would have been a pretty cool place to hide your stuff, game. Hide a secret, hide like a good, unique gun. You know, actually, I might give Parvati this. So they're both wielding science guns as their main weapon. Also, we'll give Felix the shrink ray. That's not their current slogan. That's a neat detail. I like that. It brings me joy. Why?
Supplies if you need 'em. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
Why?
Is that what my thoughts sound like? Law, I've been standing near that alarm too long. You looking for supply strain? Let me know if you're looking for something particular. Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. Thanks for turning it off, by the way. I'd have lost. We tried. Couldn't persuade. No one round here is particular. I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. Found it.
Okay. I mean, it's not that good, but it's unique, so I'm like tempted. But like, yeah, it's not that good. Another satisfied customer. Hmm. 13,000 bits is a bit much. 240 though. Ugh. Offer more bits when making a purchase. I mean, I've got plenty of money. I'll take it. I've got plenty of money. Will I regret that later? I genuinely do not know. Oh, little sprats. So I just paid off that guy's bill. Because I've got the money. Now, you could say it's because I've got the money, but you could also be like, in lore, I'm just like, I'm getting paid so much for this job. I'll buy everyone a drink.
Come here. Let's have a chat.
Alright.
All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
Keep looking into his eyes.
Good. Look up. Now look down.
Okay.
You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
Richard Ruth, captain of the Unreliable.
Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
What do you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Where exactly am I?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Let me ask you something
Just
else.
don't ask me to dance.
What kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack?
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. By the time we drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
That's us.
Yeah.
Highest caliber of what? Is he talking about guns?
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects.
Can this colony have one research facility developing something without horrible, face-melting side effects? Is that so much to ask?
Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10 to 1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
See you around.
Downstairs, order something sweet.
Stay out of sight. Now this looks like a real dive. Hey, I wonder if they got those floorboards that creak when a stranger walks in.
Oh, ugh. This place smells like Felix's birth.
You're not gonna comment on this? You're not gonna be like, hey, that was a rude comment?
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Break it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit.
Hi.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
What's going on here?
Disagreement between professionals. None of your business.
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough. This is a family establishment. You want to make a mess? You make it outside.
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
Technically, that's business, not personal.
Hey, didn't I warn you about sticking your nose where it doesn't belong?
It's the same fight every day. 5 years we've been at this, and we still can't agree on how to properly tag salvage. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout. We'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
What do you propose?
Would you do me a favor and weigh in as a third party? I can use an unbiased set of eyes on the problem. And an outsider like you fits the bill.
I'll give it a whirl.
Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation.
Go on.
So,
just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
How did you mark your claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Okay, what's your side of the story,
When I
Trixie?
found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
You had your chance to talk.
Sorry, I won't speak out of turn again.
Anyway, that's my story, ma'am.
Arrived at a
In
decision.
all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
Trixie claimed the salvage with, like, something more concrete.
Thank you. Law, it's hard to get a fair trial in this sprat-fucked colony.
You'll pay for this. I don't know how, and I'm not sure when. But just you wait, and maybe it'll happen. Someday.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change.
Does this happen often?
A little too often, if you ask me. But that's the sublight way. Anything worth doing is worth fighting over.
What's gonna happen to the wreck?
I'll write to Lilia Hagen in the corporate office on Groundbreaker. She'll get some haulers to drag it away. It'll take a while. Nothing happens fast around these parts. But at least the salvage would get a good home.
Glad to be a service. See you around.
Come and chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
Oh, boss. I was hoping for a scuffle. I had a bottle ready and everything.
Well, I'm sorry.
But it's our wrong.
Groundbreaker never had bars this nice. They got balconies and everything.
Do you think the folks here like strangers? Because some of them are looking at us like maybe not.
Requires code. Okay. I see how it is. Lucky's case notes. Oh, wow! Combo is 4815. That's so close to 0451. Space's Choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock the doors on their way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than a top ranger's safe. Time to do some digging. Caught a break today, met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Space's Choice. Sold me a key to the Office of Creative Incubation. Let's just say this guy's about as lucid as a sprat in a Rizzo's factory, but I'm spending Minnie's bits so I can afford to take a chance. It worked. Clarence Mostly, whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Olivia Ambrose's office and journal ought to be in the Synthesis and Manufactory Center. The bad news is it's sealed up and at the ass end of the canyon. The good news is I should be able to open it from the Bigwig's admin terminal in OCI. OCI is crawling with marauders, and I've got a few other leads to chase down. Could be nothing, but my guts tells me there's more to this place than a missing journal. Time to turn over a few rocks and see what crawls out. Several whiskeys in, and a few bits short last night. Gave Lex the maintenance room key while I scrounge up what's up. Oh. Right. Preserved eye.
Oh, wait. Nope, that's a human eyeball.
You think they stick the preservative in before or after the eye comes out?
That's creepy. Something strange in the mines. Check it out. Stay out of the mines. Murderous moon man in the canyon, probably local legend. Canid's yellow, Spacer's Choice logo yellow. Coincidence? No such thing. Lots of bodies buried on Gorgon, but not many hatchets. Everyone had a grudge and to bear and a finger to point. Lawrence Goodfellow oversaw Office of Creative Incubation. Genuinely oblivious or playing dumb? Olivia Ambrose, project director, lead scientist, prickly perfectionist. Do not ask many about her. Killed in evacuation. Spacer's Choice Man, real top runger. Few logged visits to Gorgon, tensions with Ambrose. Marion Blakesley, supervisor of human inquiry and auditing. Nerves of steel, heart of ice, etc. Disappeared when things fell apart. Jasper Lowe, head of Chem Lab, exhibited increasingly erratic behavior in later years of product. Herbert St. Germain, he's a ghost, worked at one of the facilities, vanished suddenly, record scrubbed. Stun baton hyper, that's a really good stun baton.
Someone's in here. Oh, it's coming back up again.
It's a public bathroom, buddy. And I'm sorry you're sick.
Who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding?
Bar pigeon, bar pigeon.
This place anyhow. Used to be a shipping warehouse.
Used to be alright. What happened? Oh, I kind of want to get up there somehow. Hi, you look like you have a quest.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
You folks get into a lot of fistfights here?
Me? Nah. Never been a pugilistic kind of guy. Did most of my fighting with a pen back when I did it at all. Nowadays, I just drink. At least Lex has got the good manners to let me do it for free.
So you used to be some kind of writer.
Hey, whoa, no call for insults. We're all friends here. I was a journalist, thank you. A contributing member of our great society. Got into reporting thinking I was going to be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim.
Can I help you out?
If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
80% of my job? What do you mean?
The other 20% is ordering me around.
Shut up.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
What's that?
Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when Project Gorgon was active. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
You hid them, and now you need me to get them for you.
Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
I'll get those recordings.
That's downright civilized of you. All right. One of them I stashed in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
Got it.
You'll find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab storage room.
The others?
The final one is in human inquiry and auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in observation room B.
Got it. I'll be back.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
Light pistol Mark III. Overheat? Sullivan, you were right about this place. I gotta lead in some pricey merchandise, and all I have to do is put my ear to the ground. Apparently there's a mine shaft down the road, past human inquiry and auditing, and due east. Used to be an old dead drop, but no one goes there anymore. Wonder why? Would be dangerous, but what kind of scoundrel would I be if I let goods sit there unappreciated? Come and join me when you read this. I won't wait for you, but I will bet there's more loot than I can carry by myself. Is that the intended way up? That's cheeky.
In the old days, I felt like I was part of something important.
Hi.
Look like you've got
Do you have a
the
quest?
someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey is far from over. I don't know if you're better.
What do you need?
It is to me. My husband is... No. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave.
Ah. So what brings you back?
Broken heart. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too.
Okay.
I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract. No, I don't like to imagine what happened, but I know I have.
I'll let you know if I come across it.
Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed.
Okay. West!
You ordered had a punch to it. What did you say it was called?
We're all
Eclipse
friends
mix.
here.
It's
Even
just
when we
Pepsi
ain't.
Gold and a 2-hour energy brew. My ex used to have them with breakfast.
Used to be, right. Okay, so that's a task, a side quest. If I remember correctly, there are only 4, like, tasks or side quests.
Thanks again for the salvage. You're all right, no matter what Freddy says.
It ain't fair. That salvage was mine first.
Raving drunk.
What was her name again? Ambrose. Curdle milk was the glare of that one.
What? Okay. The back area.
Are you my agent?
Sorry? Did you bring the paper?
Okay.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Those two are a
They
couple?
like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
I'm good, thanks.
So, you just wandered in for the genteel conversation. Suit yourself. I assume you're here for salvage.
Actually, I came for a journal.
Can't help you there. This ain't exactly a library. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life.
Do you know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Did he tell you anything about the job?
I don't ask about jobs unless people want to make it my business. And Lucky wasn't talking. Awful shame about what happened to him.
I know about the severed arm, but the rest is a mystery.
You know about that? Huh. Word must travel fast around these parts. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Go on.
Get this. The canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
How'd you know it belonged to Lucky?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
I'm Hawthorne's next of kin, sorta.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Why bother sending the arm at all?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business. Lay 'em on me, boss. I'm not going anywhere.
Did Lucky leave a key with you?
As a matter of fact, he did. Collateral for the bar tab he was racking up. So, I guess it's mine now. And no, you can't have it.
This should cover his bar tab.
No. Maybe. Alright, yes. Here. I don't know what it unlocks, but Lucky seemed to think it was important. I take him at his word.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old brimstone. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Would any of your regulars have more information?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. He's been here since opening day. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him. Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own. He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I'm his bar. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
Do you know if she spoke with Lucky Montoya?
Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her. No kidding. Ugh, what a shame. I owe her one on the house. When Spacer's Choice pulled out, a lot of people found themselves adrift. The ones with nowhere to settle ended up here. Sad but true. What are friends for, eh?
Any idea why Spacer's Choice shut Gorgon down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous. Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. You got it, bub.
So you run this place?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
So Sublight owns the Sprat Chat now.
Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Dare I ask why a Sprat owns this bar?
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You think a Sprat could own Edgewater? Oh, imagine one wearing Mr. Thompson's little hat.
That is funny.
Sprats can be real dangerous. I once saw a Sprat cross a guy off. Well, not exactly. Guy I worked with choked on a Sprat bone while he was having his usual salt tuna for lunch.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
Fascinating.
As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
The Spacer's Choice mine?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential. What's your pleasure?
How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony, mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected, and not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well-stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
How about a drink?
Don't forget to close your tab when you're done.
I will sell you stuff.
Did you manage to find those recordings? Sure, I'm an open book.
What's the deal with Lucky Montoya?
Nice enough guy. Fashioned himself one of those professional gumshoes, like in the serials. They usually work for the board, rooting out dissidents and the like. Lucky, though, he was freelance. Worked for anyone who paid, no matter their allegiance. You ask me, I think the guy just likes snooping around in folks' terminal messages.
Yeah. Did Lucky tell you anything about his investigation?
Next to nothing. He preferred to keep a tight lid on things, more dramatic that way. Not that he needed to keep secrets. Folks down here don't give two shits about anything but bits and beer.
Theatrical types tend to blab. Sure he didn't mention anything?
So sometimes Lucky'd get deep in his cups and start going on about the ghost of Gorgon. But I didn't think anything of it. Guy also liked to say he could pop the cyst off a cysty pig at 100 paces with his eyes closed.
What were the staff working on?
Adrenatime. I'm sure you know it. Was a drug, something to make folks work harder, work smarter. Had a lot of nasty side effects. Didn't seem so bad to me at the time, but then I hadn't met the test subjects yet. The whole thing was real hush-hush. A lot of worry about corporate spies, especially from Anti-Cleos. I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it to you, to be honest. Spacer's Choice? They're really not fond of spies. Fair point. Not even spies like spies. Not a problem. Anything else? Of course, I won't...
I like this expansion. I think it's good. I think it elevates the original game. Hi, what do you know
You find anything out
about
there?
Lucky?
No. That old flirt? Yeah. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me.
Did he mention anything about the research facility?
He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he kept in his room, but I declined, politely.
Was he depressed?
He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary, like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way. Sure thing. My
Okay.
Who do you work for anyway? Auntie Pete? Mary the Sprat? Hardtack Harry?
Those aren't real people.
But don't you go telling
Those aren't real people.
I work for Mary the Sprat.
Shit. We shouldn't be seen together. This is a setup.
Or
a hit. Or both?
Just play it casual. Can I get you a drink?
Okay. Okay. Do. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta check.
Maybe this isn't it.
I
really should. But I'm thirsty and I got time, so fuck it.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's actually let's. No, I don't feel we've done a lot of talking and not a lot of action. People will get bored. We're not shooting enough people in the head. For your liking, I'm sure, you watching this.
Don't you worry, Mr. Lucky Spirit. We're gonna finish your work and put you to rest, good and proper.
Who knew what darkness lurked in the heart of Gorgon? Captain Hawthorne and her crew? We're about to find out.
Sure. Okay. Love is the plan, and the plan is death. Where is that? I have to go.
A mess of this place. Watch your back, boss.
Potentially a pretty lengthy way. Marauder Plunderer. Ah! The skill checks are so high! You can.
This unit is currently. Please return later.
Kick.
Tilt alarm. This unit will now engage. This unit is. Please return. Have up.
Okay. Man, there's a lot of...
This is so stupid. Georgie, you asshole. What are you doing? Hey, you got those drinks? Don't tell me it's glacial age again.
When did you become this picky? Beer's beer. Hey, what are we celebrating anyway?
1 year on assignment. Only 10,000 more to go.
No shit. And that makes it 1 year trapped in this goddamn closet.
1 year getting chewed out by Olivia Ambrose for doing our jobs.
1 year drinking stolen beer.
And 1 year as partners. In crime. Partners in crime.
Hey, you okay? Your face is all red. Let me get you some water. Hold on.
Partners, Georgie? Are you out of your mind? Get it together!
Huh. 56? 56 armor? That's not as good as mine, but I'm sure it's better than... Do 26, and I think Felix's is 57. Yeah, okay. Hey, I got 20 portable phonographs. Now you may be thinking, that was only the second one you grabbed. To which I'll say I guess it's counting my other playthrough of this game from years back, which I did not expect for that achievement to do, but I mean, it sort of makes sense. Ooh. That's a graphic little detail. Elevator discovered, but I can't exactly get there. I'm assuming it opens from the other side. Oh, this field broke off. That's why it's like that. Lots of Adrena time. Okay, please tell me these guys are weak enough to be taken out with a stealth shot, and they're not.
That's what you get.
Never miss twice. You can miss once, but never miss twice. I was like, why is it so high pitched? And then I remember I gave Felix the shrink ray, which is probably not the best like decision. Like, it's probably way weaker than giving him like an assault rifle or machine gun, but it's funny. Beatrice, you're so loud. Birdie's apartment outside OCI. One inside OCI, I think. Yeah. Well, let's go to the Office of Creative Incubation. Which is a very intriguing set of words. Oh my goodness. She gets so lonely at night. But she doesn't just like go to where the people are. She gets lonely and then she's like, someone please come to me. It's like you Oh, hey, what's that, like, flamethrower we got? The overheat? Okay, I gotta go. Okay. Okay, Beatrice. Beatrice, hi. I know you're just going to want to leave in like 30 seconds anyways, but hi. Yeah. You can sit on my lap while I play video games. Hi. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna give Felix this. 168, and then this one does 1479. And we could also even tinker with it a bit. Hi, Beatrice. I left the door open specifically so you wouldn't have to beg me to open it for you. I know it's only open a crack, but you can figure it out. It's funny because I have two other cats.
Always wanted to go strolling through a ghost town.
There's
former townsfolk.
It's like I've got two other cats. I've got 3 cats, including Beatrice. And yet she is the only one who you'll ever hear from in recordings because she is the only one who interrupts my recordings. Dear Cousin Dan, Reed Thompson started doing out a Trenatime to a select few of us, and guess who got his hands on the first batch? Isn't that the drug you're working on? I had my dosage this morning and worked straight through lunch. The guy who cleaned Saltuna across from me is pulling his second shift, and now he's due for a 2-bit raise. You should see what he can do with a scaling knife. Don't forget to write back. Maybe get me the Moon Man's autograph when you got a minute to spare. Dear Cousin Dan, Adrenatime really leaves you wanting more, doesn't it? We got through the first batch fast, but lo and behold, Reed gave us more. In recognition of our exemplary worth ethic and unwavering brand loyalty. How about that? Still no letter from you? I've been feeling a tad queasy lately, but I'm sure a little Adrenatime is just what I need to shake it off. Reed stopped giving out the stuff. Law damn it. If I can't get Adrenatime from him, that makes you my only source. Don't you fucking string me along. Can't work, can't sleep, can't even think straight. Give it over. Send me everything you got now. Didn't even sign that one. Oh, did he? No, he didn't sign any of them. Okay. I'm starting to think this Adrenatime thing is real harmful. And every time I play through this DLC, which this is the second time, I kinda go, if only the whole game was written like this. Which hopefully they'll have learned from Jerome. Cheers. Oh. Yeah, that's the flask. Hopefully they will have considered the fact that this game has generally middling reviews from a lot of people, but this expansion is praised. Because if they decide to keep the tone more serious like this, I think Outer Worlds 2 could be one of my favorite first-person action RPGs of all time. Like this little subgenre that like only really Bethesda, Obsidian, and CD Projekt Red contribute to. Hi, Beatrice. Welcome back. Hi.
This is my second month on Adrenatime. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. I can talk to them sometimes.
You are not dying. You're fine.
Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
Day 0, ship just left. Law bless it for getting Leonora off this blasted rock. Etheridge called me a fool for giving her my ticket, but Etheridge is a dumbass, so what does he know? I'd do it again in a second. From now on, my only goal is survival until Spacer's Choice comes back from the rest of us. My heart, I will find my way back home to you. Some of us sheltered in the mines last night, taking turns keeping watch. I don't care to imagine what happened to the others who aren't here. I can hear marauders screaming in the hills. I used a little Adrenatime today. Not much, just enough to stay alert. Lucky I did, or we would have heard those mantisaurs coming in time to get the hell out of there. Going to search out a different cavern for shelter in tomorrow. Mine's not safe. Aw, damn it. I shouldn't have gone there in the first place. I think we were exposed to something in the air, maybe. Most of us have made it over to the apartments. We're packed in here like a saltuna for now, but hopefully we can get a few more units barricaded and sealed up tight, make them safe so we can spread out a little more. I went by Elle's in my old apartment while hunting for supplies and stashed the flask she gave me on the day we signed our marriage contract. Just in case something happens and she comes looking. Maybe she'll find it, even if she doesn't find it. Well, that's if some shiftless looter doesn't find it first. Carlson's been short with everyone today. Carlson! Most days you could drop a flange on her foot and the woman would apologize for being in the way. But for a minute there, I really thought she was going to stab Simon. Ambushed by the marauders in the night, had to use Adrenatime again to keep awake. Sorry, Elle, I didn't have much choice. Even with Adrenatime, I almost can't believe I outlasted them. Best not to think about next time. Starting to think we're spaced, but can't think like that. Gonna get back to you, Leonora, I swear. I miss you like breathing. Low on Adrenatime, gonna look for some more. Just gotta get back to Leonora. Etheridge stole my mock apple, that void-forsaken sprat stick. Want to unzip his arms and beat him with them. I could do it. He sleeps, so weak and stupid. Stupid Etheridge. Where in the system is Spacer's Choice? Where are those blasted ships they promised they'd send for us? Did they forget we're here? Makes a man wonder. All my loyalty, and for what? Only loyal to Leonora now. Maybe they abandoned us. It's on purpose, I know it. On purpose. They left us here to die. They left us here to die. If Etheridge steals what's mine again, I'll end him. Leonora, 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 Leonora. How long does it take to send help? How long? How long? Come back and phase us, you cowards. Spacers, cowards. I feel sick. I'm trying to picture Elle's face, and I can't anymore. Forgive me. Etheridge dead. Deserved it. Oh, God. Goddamn Adrena time. It makes me feel so dirty for having, like, revered as my status with Spacer's Choice. Transmission tower, eh? Oh, there's so much ammo. Quitting time. We've been through a lot together, old friend, but they just blared the evacuation order. Guess that's the end of Gorgon. You're my favorite comms tower in the whole system. I'll never forget you. Fancy seeing me here. The last escape shuttle left a few of us in its dust. Never seen anyone lift off in such a hurry. We scattered like roaches. It's every man and woman for themselves now. You're still up and running, I see. Looks like the only one employee left with their tracker flipped on. What a rube. Signing off for good this time. You take care of yourself, comms tower. Don't forget it to stand straight like I told you. I wonder if... Uh-oh. Okay. I know Lyle Schnub did a playthrough of this game for his YouTube, but I'm not sure if he, did the DLC, just because I'm pretty sure his Let's Play predates the DLC? I don't know, maybe it does.
Right. Don't make sense.
Okay. There are marauders here. I thought it was rather empty of marauders. I guess I still think that, but... So much Adrena time. It's just like so much. Yeah, 54 Adrena time. Jeez Louise. That is insane. I wonder what building that is. I really do. Oh, that's his model clipping. That's not. I was like, is there stuff sitting there? Am I stupid? Did I not loot this? Am I stupid? Used to be. Actually, you know what? Let's go and get that other elevator going down.
A lot of the equipment here is still in good shape. Wouldn't go amiss in Edgewater.
I figured Spacer's Choice had a little outpost here. But no, they got the whole asteroid to themselves. How do you just buy a whole asteroid?
With Spacer's Choice money. An advanced gold helmet sounds like a very good helmet. Yeah, 67. I've almost definitely found something better than 39 armor. 36. Okay, maybe not. Well, crap. Okay, switch to the... That all of them? Please, please, please be good. Still not amazing. Unfortunately, still not amazing. It sucks that some of the like super cool weapons just like because of their stats, they're not really worth it. Yep, we got a shortcut.
Got it. Hands down.
Let's head back to the... Let's go back to the Sprat Shack. Oh. Well. Plasma cutter gold. I remember the plasma cutter being pretty good. Sigh. Maybe it's because I haven't really invested in melee. I think it's almost definitely because I have not invested my skills into melee. Like if I had a melee build, like, but it's kind of easy to forget how much skills factor in, because it's not like Morrowind where that stuff determines hit chance and strength determines damage. He's not gonna check me every time. What if I come back and I am crazy? Hi Beatrice, welcome back. Hi. Hi.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock.
I found your husband's flask.
That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
Do not step on my keyboard. Don't step on my keyboard. He died peacefully.
Good. I should have been there for him, but I suppose he wanted to be alone in the end. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
Go live your life.
Those were some real nice work.
That was a real kind thing you did, Captain. Maybe not what I would have wanted.
Okay, if you say that right in front of her, she'll be like, wait, are you not telling me the full story? Yeah, baby. What happened? 15. Shit. And I think we are going to wait, okay. Head to the OSI place. No.
Who knew what darkness lurked in the heart of Gorgon?
You already said that line. Are you bugged to
The place we're headed will tell us more about Gorgon? I wonder what they got up to here.
Let's see. Ones who walk away from Gorgon. Electric flame. Oh, hold on. It says there's one at the elevator here. I don't have the pass key.
Looks like we're doing this.
What do you mean you already respawned? These marauders are fast. Is that Adrena time?
Everyone all right?
Clearly not. Like, look at the state of these guys. I think if they respawn this fast, there's a pretty good way to get XP, if you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. Wait, there's... Yeah, I think if I go, like, directly south from here... Go over the bridge and follow this road. I've got, not like a super duper duper easy way, but a quicker way. If those guys respawn, these guys probably have as well. Maybe not.
Nice one.
Heads up.
Never miss twice. Okay, okay.
Everyone all right?
No. I think I'm going to be able to get all the perks that I want. It looks like, in the Outer Worlds 2, it's not just like a perk point for taking on the flaws. It's like, it's actually like, you know, this is your downside and this is your benefit.
Nicely done.
It's more like, a perk in, you know, Fallout New Vegas has got a couple of perks that you can start off choosing that are like, I know there's one that's like, -1 perception when you're not wearing glasses, +1 when you are. Sounds really good, and then it's like, oh, but I can't wear a helmet. You've got one that's like, it's either +1 to all special stats in the day and minus at night, or the other way around. Yeah, there's some really cool ones. And you... Password, get it together, Carter. Get it together, Carter. I actually want to go to the east here. Used to be okay. Yeah, I want to go to the east. Now I am curious why this cave leads. I kinda wish this game had a harder difficulty than hard that didn't implement like survival mode elements. 84, I think my current one's like 82, 72. Yeah, I'll take 84. 89? What the heck? 47, 39. 47. Ranged weapon skills up, defense skills up though. Oh, he's trying to pick the lock. This guy's going crazy.
Hey, just now. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I thought I heard a scream.
There are screams all over. Why are you talking like an Oblivion NPC?
Somebody's probably screaming somewhere.
Why, it's the sound of fine goods screaming out to be purchased.
Oh.
Pleasure to meet you, sir or ma'am. I'm Carl, and as a customer-defacing representative of Spacer's Choice, I sell only the finest. What can I get you?
Customer
Customer?
defacing.
Pack of smokes? Stab in the face?
Did you just threaten to stab me?
Did I? Honest mistake.
You also mentioned defacing customers.
That came out wrong. I meant removing their faces. So sorry.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay. I'm Carl.
You seem unwell, medically.
And yet I feel fantastic. My body screams with energy. My hands burn with new strength. I haven't slept in 4 days! And it's all thanks to the magic of Adrenatime.
You should really consider medical treatment.
Spacer's Choice. It dulls the howling ache inside your bones!
Huh, is that a new slogan? Never heard that one before.
At any rate, how can I help Spacer's Choice help you? Target demographic?
You mentioned taking Adrenatime.
Great stuff. Best stuff there is.
Ever consider taking less of it?
I ran out a few times, but my whole self got all itchy and wrong. Adrenatime's the only thing that helps. Besides, if I try to stop, it starts whispering to me, calling my name. I don't like that much. And anyway, I gotta stay productive and awake, don't I? That's how I got to where I am today.
Thought Spacer's Choice left Gorgon years ago.
Ha! Then who's been reviewing my inventory requests at the Office of Creative Incubation? Marauders?
Probably?
That would explain why no one's been filing them correctly. But don't trouble yourself with company business, sir or ma'am. Trouble yourself with my fine wares instead.
Does Spacer's Choice even know you're out here?
Sure they know. I don't think they'd misplace their top salesman of the last 6 quarters, do you? Oh, Spacer's Choice knows. Spacer's Choice knows everything because he tells them. He's always watching. He's watching us right now.
Who's watching us?
The Moon Man.
The Moon Man is watching you.
Always. He never stops. He never sleeps. He wants Spacer's Choice to think I'm crazy, you know. But I know what I am. I'm a good employee. You hear that? You sprat bastard? I'm I'm a good employee! He'll get his. He comes after my job? Oh, he'll get what he deserves. At any rate, how can I help Spacer's Choice help you? Target demographic?
What are you selling?
The finest dust-covered goods money can buy.
Um. I am not selling him my Adrena time. I will sell him everything else. I am not going to sell him Adrena time. Oh, jeez, Louise. That would be awful. Like, okay. Oh, hello, ammo. I don't know why I said that like riffraff. But I did. And I have continued my riffraff impression. But that is none of your business, now is it? I love Rocky Horror. I also love Shock Treatment. I think Shock Treatment is those who came after. It's the only choice. Gorgon's gone to hell and we don't expect it to come back. So the secret society of super science sidekicks are shipping out while there's still ships to catch, and we're leaving our replica PET behind. I can't say it's what we wanted, not after all the shit we churned through to make it, but it's what our fearless leader, Archibald Excelsior, would have asked of us. Now, if you're reading this, that means you're a scavenger. Scavenger takes daring, gumption, and a dash of rank, reckless stupidity. And that just the kind of qualities Archibald's been known to prize. And just the kind of person worthy of our pet. The best and only prototype of pest extermination truncheon in all of Halcyon. It's all yours. All you gotta do is pass our test. Find us at the following locations. Is that logged in my... quest log? Yes. And there's one tantalizingly close, but I don't think I can get that. Yeah, I think a lot of these quests are going to have me going to places that I cannot get into because I don't have like the key cards and stuff. Okay, canids. Okay, just a bunch of canids. So I think I'm probably gonna do... I'm gonna try to get the 2 of these phonographs, but... Oh, fast travel. Okay. What the hell is a canid sparkler? Hi, can my status effects wear off? That would be fun. Barton, thanks for subbing in for Lenator. Printhia scored one hell of a body goal on us last week. In the process, tore our goalie a new Wednesday zone. Leander's fault. Wholehead thinks he's Birdie Holcomb himself. Seeing as you just finished the night shift, Frida's letting us swing by her place to get some Adrena time from her stash so you don't nod off mid-period, and to give you a little edge on Doc Perinthia, if you catch my meaning. Wipe your feet.
Dr. Ambrose, tell me about Adrena time. What does it do?
Hasn't Clarence already dumped a pile of promotional materials on your head?
Where's the fun in that? My listeners want to hear it in your own words.
It's an injectable drug that improves a patient's speed, awareness, mental acuity, and endurance. In moderation, Adrena time will uplift the laboring classes by strengthening their minds and work ethic.
That's quite the mission. What's driving this vision of uplift?
I am a solutions-oriented woman. I see a problem and I am moved to solve it. Poverty is one such problem. Through science, I believe we can improve the poor, and in so doing, improve Halcyon.
That's weird. Improve the poor? They're often not poor because they need improving. It's often circumstance. Oh. To the coworker who finds this. Given you're reading this, I'm likely dead. I'm very sorry about that. I'm also sorry Spacer's Choice had to send someone else to finish my assignment. As of this moment I'm writing this, Charles Novak still possesses the express mail delivery prototype. I believe he's gone entirely mad as he has abandoned his apartment, taken up with a group of marauders not far from here. Charles no longer recognizes me. He can't even recognize the Spacer's Choice jingle. When I sang it to him to try to coax him into a calmer state, he shot me in the arm. If you're here to retrieve the prototype, here's what you should know. Prototype remains intact. Prototype has been modified to simultaneously fire multiple projectiles. The original packaging housing chamber appears to have been replaced with an explosive payload. Please note that I did not sanction these modifications, nor do I approve of setting fire to company correspondence. Charles' depravity knows no bounds. The original prototype was only intended to deliver packages more quickly, nothing more, and I'd sooner die than see it used for violence. To that end, I'm going to try to recover the prototype from Charles. Should I fail, please remember me fondly despite my incompetence. Is that a task? No. Just... Not far from here. That's not specific. I would hope it'd be more specific. So I could be like, ooh, directly east. I'll go directly east. That's good to note. Not far from here. Does that mean directly this way? There's an elevator here. We can, let's see if it needs to be opened. Nope. Okay, what's up this way? Why are there landmines? Never miss twice, never miss twice.
We're definitely trespassing. But don't let that stop you.
Watch your step, Captain. Traps there, over there. Well, just about everywhere.
Call them marauders. Like they have some kind of group identity. They don't. The name was coined in Edgewater, I think. One of the towns first hit by the Adrenatine crisis. A lonely Spacer's Choice outpost on the edge of a barren sea. A prime place for the company to test a disastrous new product. When the town started fraying at the edges, hardly anyone else in the colony noticed. Just like Lucian planned. I read the reports. Every missing person. Every unexpected death. A town already teetering on the edge, and Adrenatime shoved it off a cliff. When does a man become marauder? People talk about them as if they've transformed, like they've mutated. I see it in the Aetherwave broadcasts. Read it in the papers.
Is this one of those research outposts we're looking for? Wow. Get a load of this view.
The people still. When we call a man a marauder, have we given up on him? How do we know when he's become one? How can you decide to give up on someone? Have I given up on Harvey? Who does this suffering serve, I wonder? Spacer's Choice?
Maurice, I've made peace with the chemical waste pit. It's where I belong. With the refuse and the dregs. Surface is distant to me. Huh. Okay. Do. Okay. I suppose we enter the Office of Creative Incubation. I was hoping the unique weapon would be up there, but no. It's just a fourth of one of the other unique weapons this DLC introduced, and that's fine. I'm not, like, upset. Like, we were gonna do that anyways for the unique weapon. And it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. What? Ocular verifier? Oh no. A separate entrance to the place. Can we safely?
Boss, be careful.
No. Oh, I've been playing for like almost 4 hours now. That explains why I'm so tired. I just this DLC is so gripping. Okay, what's this way? Marauder Stronghold. Well, where are they then? Marauder Stronghold? Where are the Marauders?
I'm ready for this.
Oh, it's the...
Everyone all right?
It's Charles! He was the Moon Man! And he has the special delivery. Aha! We did find it. Let's give that to Parvati. yeah, baby.
Wow, nice work. Let's take him down! This fellow's missing an arm, just like... Hey, wait a second. Is that Dr. Montoya?
Bigger than reading Ambrose's journal. Spacer's choice wasn't making adrenatime for humans. They were making it for canids. The ads were all smoke and mirrors. There's no way they'd make something this dangerous for people. But why? To build an army? Like in the Archie Excelsior comics? To make them smart? So they can do most of our jobs? To make them smart and give them thumbs so they can do all of our jobs? Only one way to find out.
That's how he died? I mean, it's fitting with his character. Okay. We got the cool weapon. And everything. Now. I wish there was like one of these like unique weapons was package for Captain Babbage. I'll look into that. I kind of wish there was like a science sniper rifle that did something crazy, because I like using sniper rifles. Not just this playthrough, but like generally I tend to use sniper rifles. Okay. See, we've got... Oh, I can only break down when it's okay. It's weird. I don't know why they do it like that. That's enough for now.
I don't know if anybody could live in a place like this. Best they could do is just exist.
What happened to all these people?
Got killed. Either by marauders or they turned into marauders. Sniper rifle? Hunting rifle hyper, you say? 456 damage, you say? Without mods, you say? Without tinkering, you say? I'll need to get mods on this, baby. Wonder what this is. There's some really good loot here also. Wow! Aha! Woohoo! Yeah, there's some really good loot here. Stealth skills -5. Not happening. Defaced Moon Man's pretty good. I wonder what happens if I go to that one crazy guy with that helmet on, and I need to do that because there's gotta be unique dialogue for that, right? Okay, sort by... Wait. Stealth skills -5, stealth skills -5, stealth skills -5. I need to be much more picky about what I pick up. Oh yeah, it's even further up. But I want to head to probably Carl's legitimate storefront. And then head south. Okay, first of all, settings. Where is it? Yes. What? There have been kill cams in this game this whole time and I've had them turned off? Ow, ow. Okay, probably Carl's. I've gotta... First, let's talk to him. Where is he? Oh, other side of this. What? Primal contagions and primal miasmas. Right! You get to his place by going east over this bridge and then going through the, yeah. Feel like I'm going crazy because of the Adrena time, but I'm probably going crazy because I'm tired in real life. Let's say hi to probably Carl.
Spacer's Choice handguns. Dead bodies for counting.
Oh, that's intimidating. It's good.
Get away! Away, you milky white monstrosity!
I don't think I will.
You think you're tough? You wouldn't know tough if it landed on you and started a thriving cult. Go on, get. You tell that spherical son of a bitch that if he wants to harass me, he comes down here and he does it himself. Like I told you, I...
Oh, I thought he'd think I was the main Moon Man that was stalking him. Guess not. Okay, where's the helmet I was wearing? It was good. It was a good helmet. That's 89, but I think the one I was wearing was a little more than that. Fact that you can't sort armor by how good it is a little weird. 89. No, I guess this is the best armor I got. Tell your boss that you're prime because you take Adrena time. What happens?
Nobody messes with you, boss.
That feels so bad. That feels so awful. He didn't even try to fight. He just tried to run. Look, Carl.
What do you think you're doing?
Just leaving.
Heads down.
Heads up!
Stop! Stop!
I don't want him to be upset. I just don't want him to keep taking Adrena time.
Huh? What do you think you're doing?
Okay, never mind. Never mind. And it's fine. Let's fast travel here. And actually go do the thing we were gonna do before I got distracted by the Moon Man helmet. Which is a pretty cool helmet. And I really feel bad for Carl, but at least he's still alive, which is not what most people can say who live on Gorgon. Well, the quest is called The Ones Who Walk Away from Gorgon, also known as Not Many of Them. Schwupsie. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. When you were small, we knew you well. I'm not gonna sing that song, actually. Because that'll just make it seem like I'm going crazy, which I'm not. You guys believe me when I say that, right? You don't think I'm full of crap? When I rightfully inform you of my sanity? Truthfully inform you. He since disappeared. Five. I might actually, Never miss twice, never miss twice. If we can unlock this as a fast travel spot, real quickly go back to the unreliable and mod this guy. Okay.
Just getting started.
I shouldn't have picked up that gun. Another defaced moon man? Man, this guy defaced moon man is pretty popular around these parts. If I find 3, I could make sure all of my companions at any given time are wearing one. And then I'll creep a bunch of people out. Which will be great.
Initiating ocular measurement. Measurement complete. Ocular access granted.
Okay.
Close call. I thought I knew the OCI backwards and forwards. The Marauders got a way of finding every nook and cranny on this rock. OCI. Fancy joint. Smells like Wentworth's and leather. A real slice of Byzantium. You don't set that up unless you're planning something big. Adrena time? Sure. But something tells me there's more to the story. Got a hunch to follow up on near the old mines. I'm leaving this here, in case I gotta come back.
Okay, so that's the OCI, which we will explore after we do our classic. Okay, put all of this in here. Except the defaced moon men. Defective moon men. And 2 defaced moon men. That's pretty swell. All of the non-science weapons. We're still at 111. Probably because of some of these. And we take just all of these for now. So, quiet's good. Extended sight, weapon range up. Okay. Mac 2 Zep. Mac Meld. Shock damage was working well enough for us, you know. So yeah, 456 damage, and then we can put away the rest of those mods. It is weird to me how you can't get... You can't max this out with Cleo. Also weird that I have max with the sublight.
I'll lock up behind you.
Without without having finished the last quest.
This ain't a proper serial adventure without a narrator. How about this? Our intrepid heroes stepped foot on Gorgon, and in the distance, a drinking establishment beckoned.
We have already been there. You're crazy. Oh, we should have repaired this. We can do it now. Yeah, 25 armor is pretty mediocre for a helmet, but it's a really cool visual, especially if I turn on companion helmets.
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength.
That's so scary. Oh, I love that. Creepy, and I'd assume crawling with marauders. Alright, gang, come in for a group photo. This is... Stop. Stop. This is where we leave off today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm excited to keep playing this.
Where are we headed?
Currently I'm headed to bed. But, like, yeah. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.